and then we'll go. Hang on, I forgot. This is a white t-shirt. I think it's 30 years old. You're right. I should put some lippy on.
I've got some plumping lip gloss if you want it, or like just some. There's watermelon flavored or just normal lip gloss. Take your pick.
Watermelon flavored. Watermelon doesn't really have a flavor.
It has.
Artificially, yes, but not dual watermelon.
What?
So, yeah. I was supposed to have a little bit of like dual watermelon, don't? Is that what you said?
Sorry, just taking a drink. No, I feel like normal watermelon, like the fruit, is like mostly water, so it's basically just crunchy water.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a taste. I mean, it is sweet if you can get a sweet one, but...
But watermelon is okay for cats with exactly that reason. Lots of water. Not much sugar.
Yeah. Have you seen the cat videos of people feeding watermelon to their cats?
I've got a cat video.
Oh,
oh, it's so pretty.
She's a pest. She just wants fuss. So she knows that if she sits in this corner, I can't see this entire half of the screen where you guys are. I just can't see. So I either have to fix her. But I've been training her. So hang on.
Yeah, Cedric does the same thing with the TV screen.
Oh.
He sits in front of the health bars on the games.
No, I've got to give her a
Oh, she's got a box. She's got a box.
She's got a box.
That's adorable.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Back in your box. Go on. Come on. I know you're in the box. I can see you in the box. That's it. All the way in the box. There you go.
Oh, I love that.
She'll settle down there for a while. Hey.
Oh. Love it.
So if you see my arm, kind of this is like the cat. All right. Well, I'm good to go. So whenever you are.
I'm good.
All right. Then we shall start. So last time you were on top of Haram's Hill, where you encountered the crosses, the Iron Tree crosses, which had all the Hell Riders' souls pinned, crucified on them, and you freed the Lord who fled from Hell, and in doing so summoned the wrath of Haram, a flaming Death Knight, who without mercy tried to kill you all. Bravely defeating him, you come away with his saddle, his tack, and the fact that Lulu was taken at the end of the fight and flown off by wasps.
Oh no, not Lulu.
Yeah. Oh, we also found out that
I can't hear you.
Sorry, we also found out that Lulu has Bless and Trumpet, and the Trumpet, I forget what it did, but it was a big, like...
It was loud.
Loud and... good.
Yes, it was very loud. It was like a concussive cone of force that came out. You know, she kind of went up like a bellows and went... it's quite amazing, really, that such a loud noise can come from something so small and helpless.
She's clearly magic, though.
A small golden flying elephant. I think I'll leave that one up to you.
Small golden flying elephant that can talk. That's magical to me.
And telepathically as well. Of course, don't forget, she is a telepath. And she can cast spells and trumpet. She's quite special by the sound of it. She's also the one who has all the memories of what's going on, and why you're actually following her is to find the Sword of Zariel.
And we have no idea where we're going.
Well, Lulu does.
Yeah, she does. We don't.
Yeah, and no, you have no idea where you're going. But Lulu, who is currently going that way, does know where you're supposed to be going.
So we need to find her because she's the only one who actually knows what the hell this place is.
Yes. What are you guys going to do?
We need to pack up and go find help for Lulu as quickly as we can.
To the car? Unless somebody wants to try and use the tunnel. If that's how that would be. I have no idea. Do you feel equestrian inclined?
What is it that we needed in order to what is it that we needed in order to summon the
Right.
nightmare? Yeah.
Let's see. Garguth answers. He says, well, what you need to do is get a nightmare and put it on it.
Okay,
And
then.
you, yes. Find a horse, put it on, and you have claimed the horse.
So currently not an option.
Okay. So that's not an option.
No.
How far are we from the car?
And you are considerably closer to the car than you are to the wasps, which are currently disappearing over the horizon.
Leg it to the car.
Leg it to the car.
Yeah.
All right. You leg it down to the car. You just basically bail. You taking the saddle, I presume.
Yes.
You leg it down to the car, and not Alan kind of pokes his head out of the cockpit and sees you're running, and he kind of fires up the engine, and it screams to life. Rah! It shouts as you bundle into the car. Ahead of you, in the direction you need to go, is a hill with crosses. You either need to go round it or over it or through it.
Quickly. Not Alan? Around or over? What do you reckon?
No, Alan looks to go, yeah, yes, boss.
Which one?
Round or over, yes, boss.
Clary, can you see which way would
so
be
going
best to go?
just to clarify, right? You've got a hill with metal jaggedy spikes on it,
Around.
right? Or you've got a kind of flat bit of rocky ground going around it.
Around.
Do we still keep an eye on her?
Yeah, good.
She's disappearing quite fast as you're thinking about it.
Alright, Clary's going up on top of the roof and is gonna keep directions on everything.
Alright. Roll perception.
Perception.
Yes, please.
Shanda will be here in a few minutes.
Excellent. That's brilliant. Then he can drive.
Yes.
Perception. Okay. Yeah, so you can see where they're going, and you can see that they're from looking around. You actually take a note of your surroundings, and you can see like a jaggedy volcano on one corner of the horizon, and you can see some other kind of mountainous areas kind of over there. And you sort of get a general rough idea, even if you lose sight of them, in which direction you should be heading.
Zircon, follow. Go that way. Go the path of least resistance. I think is the best way to go.
So Zircon will just fire up the engine and drive after them. Can somebody please make a driving roll?
Just roll a d20.
Just roll a d20, yeah, and I'll add to the result. Great. Yeah, he seems like he's got the hang of it. You know, obviously the extra padding that we put on his chair is working. All right. Sure. So you bail you bail in the Infernal War Machine. You kind of charge after this, and you can see you're going pretty fast, but as you're driving, when you drive like really fast, you kind of get that kind of like tunnel vision, and the world starts kind of flashing by either side of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sort of feels like that. But in the fact that the world is actually everything just seems to be getting a little bit further away. Almost like the world is stretching away from you, and you're going faster and faster to catch up.
Okay. I wish I had a detect magic. So we're not really making any ground?
It's you're traveling really, really, really fast.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Then you continue to do nothing. Clary, what are you doing on the roof? You're just kind of hanging on. What's going on up there?
Yeah, hanging on. Just trying to keep an eye on the direction and just to make sure, just to be on like alert essentially. If there's anything coming up, I might like bang the roof just to let everyone know.
All right. Please roll another perception check. Yes.
Who's rolling that one?
Clary.
That would be, yeah.
That would be Clary. Yeah, okay. All right. So, the kind of landscape's kind of blurring by, but you see ahead of you, pretty much roughly in the direction you're going anyway, you can see a large collection of war machines, and they sound like they seem to be kind of set out in a kind of like almost like a semicircle. And as you look more, you can realize that there's actually what appears to be a circle of war machines ahead of you, directly in the way you're going.
All right, just gonna bang the roof and just start yelling to slow down. We've got something coming up.
Okay.
Like a dragon.
All right, Shando. Zircon slows down, and the weird effect that you were feeling, how the world's getting longer and you were going really fast, kind of just disappears as you slow down, and then everything just seems to go back to kind of like normal.
Are
That's odd.
the war machines still in front of us when we
Yes.
slow down?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're. To be honest, they're probably with your eyesight, still maybe like half a mile away, or a kilometer or so.
Okay.
You notice now you've slowed down. That there appears to be over some of the war machines. You can see what appears to be like brightly coloured canvas. It actually kind of catches your eye for a moment because it's brightly, almost gaudy canvas. It's the first real sign of anything sort of colourful that you've seen in quite a long time.
Do you mean like canvas as in like
Tent?
like flags?
Yeah, there's flags flying. Yep. Yeah, there's this. There are flags flying on top of these, and it's like 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 a big top tent kind of thing, But
Okay.
coming off the like the top of the war machine. So this side of the war machine, you see like war machine, but you can see above it there's like this awning or this tentage kind of going out, kind of covering the roof of the war machine. It's kind of little flags on there, on some of the spikes, and it looks quite caravan-y, but it's about a kilometer and a half away from you, and it's pretty much in the direction you want to go.
All right. We'll convey this entire thing with everyone else.
Chef will come up to one of the harpoon nests, I guess.
Yep. Okay. So when you come up there and you look, you can see this as well.
Yeah.
Snack would probably just be sitting next to Zircon still, just like, let's go, like that, really
Okay,
annoying person.
So,
So Zircon will start to speed up.
so they're moving or stationary?
They're stationary.
And Lulu went in this direction?
Lulu, yeah. Clary's pretty confident that they went in this direction. Yeah.
There? Well, she said it could be there or gone past.
Well, you can't see them. You
Yeah.
didn't. I mean, you didn't see them land, but you didn't see them go past either.
It's true.
They are. However, this is right in your way. And you are approaching it because you've told Zircon to keep driving. He's not going at full speed. He's just driving towards it cautiously, but looking to you then for instruction.
Are there any insignias or is it just bright colours?
Roll perception.
All right. Where is it? Okay.
Clary, you can also roll. Anybody who's actually looking can roll if you want to see what it says.
Okay.
Perception, public roll. Yeah.
Sheesh.
17. That's a terrible roll.
It
Go,
wasn't
Clary.
great.
Good God.
Clary, it says the Emporium of Wonder.
Ah. I wonder what this is all about.
You can see now as you're actually getting closer and you've kind of moved to the side a bit so you don't just drive straight into it. You can see that there looks like an entrance on one side.
Okay, so maybe quick pit stop and then we.
Yeah, I mean, maybe those wasp things are actually kidnapping things to be sold here.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't yet seen slavery in. I don't know. It seems like the kind of thing this place would do. Maybe. Anyway.
Okay, so we slow down and
Okay.
keep a lookout while we continue to go forward.
All right. So you kind of slow down, and as you get closer to this thing, you can see on the outside of it, there appears to be like posts, like quite wide apart. Almost like a parking space.
Is there anyone nearby that we can talk to?
Yeah, you can see that there's somebody. There's like in the opening of this thing, you can see there's like a little tent or a stall almost at the entranceway. And Zircon's just going to pull up and park, which will put you. Or he's going to pull up. You pull up and stop. Whether you park is up to you. So it should put you on that new map. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Ooh,
Okay. This is not to scale. Okay.
Okay.
1 square might be 20 foot. These are giant war machines. It's probably a bit bigger than what it is.
Bigger than this war machine?
Which one?
Bigger than the one we are driving.
Who's got the bigger car?
It's got a bigger car. Yeah, yours is getting up there with the size of these. Yeah.
Asking for Zircon's sake.
I'm
sure he'd be interested in that.
Yeah. So yours is a similar size to let's say this one here. Okay. You can see the two at the front. Are angled, and you can see the massive great engines that are built for speed. You've got these. You can see these four are kind of well armed. Can easily handle good terrain, and these things are like battleship bloody. You can see they're armor plated, and they got massive harpoons and tanks of some kind of liquid on sprayers and all sorts of kind of weapons and armor, and just there. However, it's all covered with this gaudy tentage.
Lovely.
And as you can see, you can see that there's a whole bunch of stalls inside, but standing betwixt you and the entranceway is a stall with a humanoid creature standing there.
What kind of humanoid creature?
Sort of. He looks like an elf.
Good sir, hello.
Yes, greetings. Welcome to the Emporium of Wonder.
Hello. Looks wonderful. Just curious. We've lost a friend. She's golden elephant. Taken away by wasps. Have you seen her by chance?
I've seen her, perchance. Well, if it is information you seek, then you should speak to the master of the Emporium himself, Mahati.
Where is Mahati?
Mahati can be summoned. Surely you please. Just would you like to come in? You would have to sign just the mere entry contract of good behavior.
Can I have a quick read of it?
Yeah.
Of course, please do.
Practice.
The contract states that you will pay for you will pay the agreed price for any of the services partaken of. Okay. It also states that you will not while within the Emporium you will not basically kill anybody, or you will not be sort of like you will not be violent, I suppose.
So it's a good behavior contract.
It's a good behavior contract. There's lots of kind of words in there, and it's good behavior. It says, so you will pay the fee. You will pay any agreed upon fees. You will behave yourself, and if you don't, your soul is forfeit.
It's a pretty standard contract then.
Totally standard. Yeah.
Is that how they get the souls to like move all of these cars? Because oh my god, that is a lot of souls.
The souls to move the cars, madame. You would have to speak to Muddy. I'm sure this information could easily be divulged by the master himself. Do you accept, obviously, the contract?
Yes, yeah. Time is of the essence, my dear friend. Sorry, what was your name?
I am. It does not matter. I am Door.
Door. I'm
Yes.
Snubbub Shigar Moorback.
Yes. Yeah. You are Snubab Shagar Morbash,
Yes.
otherwise known as Snack, I believe.
Yes. Have you heard of
Yes.
me?
I have, madame. Yes, your name is on the list.
Oh, how does that work?
Well, we have a guest list here.
I must have a very good agent. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Please, and he hands out the contract for you to stick your thumb upon.
Okay. It's gonna.
So it's like like pay wave.
Oh, you can't see it. Like.
Yep. Okay. You feel the contract bind you.
Okay.
He hands it out for everybody. He's. Hi, Shando.
Yes. Hello.
Oh, hi. Sorry,
Hey.
zoned out for a bit.
Oh man, how are you?
Yeah.
This has been that excellent driving.
Ready to play.
All right. So just give you a quick recap. You were chasing after Lulu, who was kidnapped by the wasps. The world's kind of gone weird, but you've been hammering at it, but you lost sight of them. Directly in your path was this essentially a ring of war machines with brightly covered canvas called the Wandering Emporium. You've pulled up at the door and are now being asked to sign a basic contract. Essentially, you will pay your bill, you will behave yourself. Failure incurs a penalty of just your soul. So bond. Right.
Okay.
Enter to where you've been told all wonders await.
Just real quick, just gonna make my daughter some noodles. I've got portable headset, so I can still hear everything. But I'm just
Okay.
gonna leave you with Avernus.
Okay, so we need to head into this
Oh,
facility. Is it like a shop or is it like a land? Like is Lulu in?
Lulu, you do not know if Lulu came here. You do know that Lulu was being taken in this direction, and this thing is in your way.
Can we go around it?
You can't. Well, you could have done, yeah, but you decided
Yeah.
to stop. You don't know whether
Yeah.
Lulu was flown here either, but you do not know whether she wasn't.
Chef figured there was a possibility that maybe if she was taken by people, they could be selling slaves or something, or just selling
Yes.
living things because that people trade in souls in this land.
And or that they might have some information on where she's going, which is what Snack's trying to find out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, very exciting.
And also, this corral is made of massive war machines, which are all interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like war machines.
They are pretty impressive. Like the front two, the engines are massive, and you can see they're right pointed for speed. 4 look like skirmishers, and 3 look like heavily armed war machines. It's definitely a nasty run for their money.
Yeah. Okay. And so
really impressive. So is anybody not signing? Otherwise, I'm going to assume that everybody.
I don't think I would want to sign it. Not to be that guy. No.
Well, that is fine. However, without the bond of good behaviour, you are not welcome in here. I cannot let you in, for the area within here is sacrosanct from interference by all the lords and masters of this realm and many others. But without the contract of binding, you may cause us trouble, which will give more trouble, and we do not want trouble, for we are.
No, I completely understand that. I mean, I'm happy to swear on my oath of Baronor.
I was supposed to be able to sign it.
Indeed, just simply put your phone on the contract and you may enter. Otherwise, you will have to stay outside.
And I missed the terms of the contract.
The terms are: you pay your bill, you behave yourself, and that was it. You pay your bill and you behave yourself. That's the terms of that's your part of the contract.
You said
Is the contract ended once we leave?
Yes. The contract says it's only binding while you are within the confines of while you are inside the Wandering Emporium and all the other planes it's connected to.
Okay, very well. And is there a schedule of fees here? I'm a bit of an amateur documentator. Is there a structure of fee that we paid by the minute?
Is that the
I don't want to be caught in any undue clauses here. I mean, I know Snack's already signed, but
it doesn't mean I have to enter.
If on it a little bit.
It is quite okay. So, sir, it is quite simple. So, if you wish, the Grantor, we can do this for a soul coin. Will grant you access to the Emporium, of course. But that is just on site. It will grant you a fabulous meal, and it will grant you an audience with Mahadi, who can answer all of your questions, and will probably obviously his questions you have to negotiate with him. But you will gain an audience with Mahdi, the answerer and a knower of all things. And I believe, as you are on our special guest list, the offer extends to you are welcome to browse the Emporium's fine collection of antique and new magicware, which we will happily sell you at at the price of a VIP. In fact, you will. Snubhub here is already on the list, and do we have also a chef?
We were already on the list, Zircon.
Yes, and Clary and Zircon.
I just how am I on the list?
Oh, you are on the list of interesting persons that Mahadi would most likely extend to a VIP status to, because he probably would like to speak to you.
Oh, well, I mean, I feel I'm spreading the good word around here. Okay, so long as we're on the understanding that there are no hidden fees
No hidden fees.
or
No.
other types
Yes.
interests, and the last thing was good behavior defined by what?
Well,
By what or by whom? Because we might have different views on what is good behavior and what is bad behavior. I am, of course, a champion of the light and Baron Voice 359. I uphold the standards of the Scouts Honours. But maybe here that's not good behavior. Maybe here you need to say F-bombs.
I certainly I understand. Good behavior shall be defined as the values of Baranor.
Well, in which case, we're in, baby.
Okay.
Sign me up.
So, the package soul coin, for obviously the meal. Chef here, look, and Chef, you notice just on the front of the plinth where he's standing, you can actually see a menu.
Ooh. I am interested.
So
Is there anything I should let the others know about, or it's just interesting?
No, well, I'll show it to you.
Hello.
oh god,
It looks like a menu. Feels like a menu.
what language is that?
You recognise the language of Infernal, right? Which, although several of you can speak, it still looks like that to you, even though you can speak Infernal.
Well, this is appetizers and it says main meals and desserts, I believe. Possibly. Does Chef understand this language, or not so much?
It's on. It's a bit like a word on the tip of your tongue. The understanding is on the tip of your mind.
Can you spend some time reading it and try and understand what it is?
Yeah, okay. So you are fairly certain that this is a menu, but it still looks like that, and you're pretty certain it's Infernal, but it still looks like that to you. It's weird.
Okay.
The door notices you, sort of just squinting, but it says nothing, and merely states that so entry will be 4 soul coins.
Oh, we can't afford that. We've got 2.
Are there alternative forms of payment?
Alternative. Yes, well, we accept fresh souls, of course.
I've got a good shield. Would you like to buy that off me?
Do you bring it forward?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm holding
just
it.
like
I can't get rid of it.
No, I know, but you do like look, we have okay. Okay, Shieldy smirks as Door looks fucking terrified of this thing. And he goes,
I could wrap it in bubble wrap if he's right about breaking it.
he picks up a seashell and he places it against his ear. And he places it down. He says, yes, it seems that, dinner is, you may enter as our guest tonight and consider your entry fee is covered for 5.
Yay!
And that's a hard no on buying the shield. Okay. He's coming around. He's coming around.
Is he just is your where you essentially put your thumb on the contract, you sort of little finger and you can feel that there's just like a mark on your thumb.
On my thumb?
Yes, on everybody's thumb who signed the contract.
Who's the 5th of a sign?
Sorry?
Who's the 5th?
Who's the 5th?
Alan,
You said
probably.
they're covered 5. Is
Well-
not Alan, or is
Could be
Lord-
Gargoose.
or is
Lord Gargoose, of course.
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
So the shield is on the list. Excellent.
We call him Scout Cadet Gargoose because he's learning how to be a Baron boy. So it's just, we don't want to inflate the ego too much.
As you wish, my lord. Yes, yes, my heady will see you presently, Lord. Certainly, my lord, that will happen.
Cool. We go in.
Yeah. You're not entirely sure who he's talking to, of course.
Oh, I think we know.
He's looking at you, but, the entryway is open.
Okay. Well, we need to be on our best behavior, boys. Everyone remember your Baron boys guidebooks. In we go. No touching anything that you can't afford, which is everything, because we only have 2 coins.
And we need those for driving.
We do. We might need to get some more coins.
Yes. That would be useful. What were you doing?
What do we see inside?
Okay, so the moment you enter, the thing that you noticed, so actually 2 things. The moment you sort of are allowed to enter, 2 things happen. First of all, Chef.
Mm-hmm. Chef's probably figuring out the menu, but yes.
You now see that.
Give me a second. See. What do we see?
A new handout.
Just Chef sees it.
No, everyone sees it because it just, if you look, you notice it. But Chef was the only one really looking at it. And as you like cross the threshold, the thing you notice most is it doesn't smell. Or it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell. First of all, you notice the absence of the stink that you've been, you've been in now for so long that you've almost stopped noticing it, how bad it smells. But the moment you kind of stop smelling it, you realize how bad it actually has been stinking in there.
Yeah.
And as that kind of momentary sort of realization hits you, a waft of just almost like just this most delicious smell just kind of wafts straight into you, as you're almost like raptured for a moment as this sudden change of stink to just heavenly sensations, and suddenly it kind of passes, and you see it was almost like a wave coming from this tent in the center of the camp, which is called Infernal Rapture.
Chef is really quite impressed with this selection of food. It's amazing.
As you also look around, you can see that there's some of these are stalls. You can see there's like they look like stalls where you could either sell something or something will happen. Particularly the one at the front, it's just kind of laid out with all these sorts of quite good looking weapons, armor. It's got a whole selection of stuff.
Does it seem busy here, or is it just us?
It is. So you can see. It's actually no. It's just you. There are no other cars parked. You're the only people here at the moment.
Okay. Where's Mahati?
As you're thinking that, let me see if I can find it. Okay, this come on, where is it? Was it a black? Okay, so yeah, a sort of a man comes towards you, and he's wearing this sort of almost like a band around his head, and a very fine sort of jacket. So it's beard, yes, kind of crinkly, slightly crinkly skin. So you probably put his age. He looks human. You probably put his age around, maybe 45, 50, but he's kind of weather beaten. Like almost like a fisherman or somebody who would be able to see a lot, even though there's no sea here. But his clothes and his marrying and his bearing are very welcoming, I suppose. But also he's very rich. Well, it's the fine cut, fine cloth. Greetings. I am Mahadi, the Emporium Master. Welcome.
Hello, my hat. I'm Snubub Shigamorbash, and this is my entourage. We're just trying
it is a
to.
pleasure to meet you. And he leans forward and he kisses your hand.
Thank you.
The honor is purely mine for the great Snubub to grace my presence.
I completely understand. You're welcome.
I am delighted to meet you.
We are just traveling past. Time is of the essence. A friend of ours, a little golden elephant, has been taken by a swarm of wasps, and we're just trying to obtain some information on if you know where she would have gone, like where they would have taken her.
A small, sorry, what is it you have lost? A small what?
Elephant?
A small elephant.
Yes.
Can you
Golden
describe?
elephant. Okay.
Not an elephant.
A golden elephant. Called Lulu. It's the sweetest personality.
It's about
Who
yay
always was there
big.
for us.
Taken by hell wasps, you say? Well,
Yes.
first of all, this is a subject that we should discuss at length. But as you say, so time is of the essence for you. So let
Yes.
me take care of that problem first. And he sort of clicks his fingers, and it's almost like a kind of invisible bubble just kind of expands out from him. And it completely surrounds. You can see it kind of goes out to where the outside of the war machines are, and then as you watch, it kind of fades. And he says to you, and you can feel the kind of the power coming off this. And he says to you, "It's you have all the time that you will need for now, while you are here as my guest. The time outside it will go very, very, very slow.
Are we in a
It will not
time
go very
bubble?
fast." Yes, you are. Well, it's a
Fascinating.
little bit more complicated than that. I could explain how the different dimensions work and the parallel interface of temporal lobing, but I'm sure you will possibly not be that interested, unless of course
Is
you
this
would
a
like to talk
Is this a
about.
Groundhog Day situation? Are we in a Groundhog Day situation?
We just
I do not understand.
Legally,
Are
you have
you
to tell me.
a groundhog?
Please.
which is not where we were before. We should be safe.
Well, everything is still moving. It is not like you have repeated yourself.
No.
Say it again.
Snack is going to take out one of her notebooks and start writing
Yes.
down like temporal shield
Yeah.
and all the whatever, like
Yeah.
what you just said verbatim.
Okay, so you write down what you think I just said
Yeah.
verbatim.
Yeah. Very good.
Big
That's
time
a
bubble.
nifty trick.
It is, yes, it is a very neat trick. It is very, very handy for we at the Emporium. We do not like to rush things. For when time is no longer of the essence, then the essence becomes the deal itself. I am quite interested in meeting this golden elephant, of course named Lulu.
Mm.
Oh, she's lovely.
I'm sure she is. But so wasps, you say? Yes. Well, there are. Of course, you know about the wasps in this area. They're a bit of a pest.
Do you know where their hive is?
Yes, approximately. Yes, I can get you some probably better directions to their hive. In fact, I can possibly get you maybe like something that will help you find the hive. But you have to be careful, of course. The hives are very dangerous.
Of course.
So they are full of these nasty wasps, which I believe they are not. Well, from your realm, they normally stick you with the poison, but these ones, well, they stick you with the fire, of course, which is why they are from hell. So they're very watch out for the stingy part.
Why would they take a hostage?
Oh, that is quite simple. They like to take the living, especially the ones with wings. That is their favorite. And they glue them. They sometimes glue them inside. They sometimes glue them outside. To the nest to help keep it afloat.
Oh God.
So they see Lulu as essentially a bee.
Well,
Buoyancy.
it is yes, it is a bee until of course the eggs hatch.
Yeah. Okay. I think we understand the picture.
Yeah.
It's an alien situation.
Well, this is not really alien. You are the alien. You turn up here with your yes, my lord. Perhaps if it would be if you would not have a problem, why you are more than welcome to have the most fabulous meal that we can provide. A favor, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you might leave Lord Gargoose here with me. I will take care of him while you have your dinner, and you will not be disturbed and may chat amongst yourselves freely.
Well, I don't want to take agency away from Shieldy. I mean, if he wants to stay here, then that's completely fine. But of course, he might want to continue his studies and training with here in the Baron and Boys 359. Also, I seem to have a little bit of trouble putting him down.
I see.
A few times. I don't want to be like caught for misbehaving. I'm just warning.
I understand. Allow me then, perhaps. If you allow me, and he starts. It's kind of he just starts walking, and you just seem to kind of just start walking along with him. He says, "Well, if you would care to enter the restaurant, I'm sure I can possibly help if you don't mind." And he reaches out for you to hand him the shield.
Do you want to weigh in on this? This is seems an opportune moment to.
Well,
You're a valuable party member, and we respect you and your agency, as we do all followers of Baron. So I'm offering you the opportunity here. I don't want to leave you out of the loop.
I appreciate that. It's according to the Baron Boys book of wonderful politeness. As much as I would like to stay with you, I wouldn't mind, just while you have dinner, if you don't mind. I like a bit of me time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's what you wish for, I whip it off and
What could possibly go wrong?
hand him over.
Okay. He takes the shield.
I assume I lose my fire resistance and other things, or I
Of
don't
course.
know.
No, actually, you don't.
That's more concerning.
Yes, no, you don't.
Is there
Yeah.
any,
You don't feel any change to yourself.
Okay.
is there any visible change to him?
What, to Zircon?
Mhm.
I don't know. He looks a bit. He probably looks at the shield. I don't know, almost like he's just caught his girlfriend kissing someone else. A bit. No, it's just
I'm happy to be rid of it.
But that's the expression that you're reading. I mean, he's like, Zircon.
Yeah.
You can see You can see he's put on this kind of face of happiness, but you can see just that little glimmer. He's thinking he's almost missing Goggles just for a moment. You can just catch that flicker as it crosses your mind.
Oh, my arm feels so light. Oh, all right.
It's
Dinner time.
as he opens, he kind of lifts aside the curtain for you, and inside his tent, you can see many tables. It's actually quite a large restaurant. It's way bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Oh,
Just for once. For once, I want it to be the other way around.
Yeah, just once. And you can see, so you're guided to like a really nice table, and you kind of and Muddy actually pulls out the chair for Snubbup.
Thank you.
Four waiters, kind of dressed in a kind of waiter's outfit. They look like waiters. Turn up and it's just kind of like stand there. It's Muddy says, please enjoy your meal, and I shall speak to you shortly. Should you have any questions, would you like? I believe you had many questions. I will endeavor to return shortly, and we can have a proper chat and discussion after you have rested.
Fantastic. I am so excited.
Okay, Chef.
Yep.
You can see the kitchen. It is not. It is an open plan restaurant. Okay, so the table that you're sat at, you would know from your dining experience, is like the chef's table. You can see everything that is going on in the kitchen. There are a dozen cooks in here.
we really are guests of honor at the moment.
Why?
All the attitude changed when we introduced the shield at the front door.
Could it not just be that they have heard about our good
I mean,
deeds?
we are with Snub Shagar Morgash. Like, I mean,
Obviously.
what's not to like?
In a place like this, the things that we place value on are not necessarily what they place value on.
I agree.
They value different things in different ways. What you want, information is absolutely a thing that is valued. Fairly universal.
The suit. The suit
The
that
waiters, as you're talking, the waiters will come out and pour you all a glass of water, and place the menus in front of you.
the suit that Mahati is wearing is definitely of value. Do you see the thread count on that?
I mean, I imagine also from the different. I mean, these are incredible meals. I imagine our experience of actually consuming the meal itself is actually a valuable thing for our reaction to them. Well, I imagine, because this is not like any other place you will have ever eaten.
Oh, I understand. And we've just to be clear, these meals were included in our entrance here.
Yes.
I asked one of the staff that.
Yes,
The waiter steps forward. Yes, sir. Your meal has been it's complimentary from Mahadi himself, sir. And he steps back.
And the water.
Please, it is
I just
part of the meal.
We hear a lot of stories about the Feywild and the Buried Boys, so just got to be careful.
I love it.
When we accept food from things.
No, you are the guest of Mahadi. No harm shall come to you while you are within these walls. and your contract.
Has there been like any sort of off vibes about this, or is there anything like strange pinging
Do I get
around?
this is kind of a degustation kind of place?
What, you want to try it all?
Well, yes.
I don't know.
What is
When in
that? This,
Rome.
it's like a small sample thing to of each because they're all exquisite things. I imagine they're not like a massive plate of stuff. Well, then again, I don't know.
You know. Well, there's certainly there's
I'm not-
four of you.
Hmm.
So at the very least, you could order something each, or you think perhaps you could do something else to get more.
Snack is 100% going to have something off everyone's plate. Just throwing that out there.
Has anybody drunk the water?
Chef,
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Refreshing.
totally
Stop.
refreshing. It's like the purest spring water that you could imagine. And you can taste it. You can taste you can taste the water.
Oh, actually, I will ask the staff if I may be permitted to make tasting notes as I save the meal, if that is acceptable.
He says, yes, Chef. I suggest you speak to Chef.
I shall. Well, I
Yeah.
wish to pay the proper respects, of course.
Then I shall inform Chef personally. And he steps off and walks into the kitchen, and you can see in the kitchen there's a whole bunch of different races in there. You can see human, you can see devil, you can see elf. Out of 12 people, there's even a kobold in there who seems to be washing the dishes.
Mhm.
And he goes up to like the chef table where the main guy is. And you can see the guy with a big an extra big hat, and he's yeah, you're not entirely sure what race he's definitely humanoid, but you can see sort of a bit of a few other races in there. So probably a bit like elf, but slightly scaly.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he's just a bit weird looking, but he nods, and he looks over you, and he sees you. He sees you. He makes eye contact for a moment, and he leans back, and he speaks to the waiter, and the waiter walks back, and you're watching as this is happening, and the waiter leans over to you and says, your reputation has preceded me. I believe you are on a culinary expedition yourself. The chef himself has said you are more than welcome to make notes should you wish to, or you are even welcome to join him during or after dinner service, and he will be more than happy to entertain and speak to a person of your caliber as a guest of Mahadi. No expense or no ask is too much.
I thank you. That would be my honor.
Very well. The waiter stepped forward, and one of the waiters stepped forward says, "May I take your order, sir, madam?"
Well, I can't quite read the menu. It's a little bit wonky.
I see. You cannot quite read the menu. Then perhaps this menu will help.
Chef wants to try everything, but he needs to make sure he gives it time to.
So the waiter reads it. So our appetizers today, madam, are pickled vine blight salad, a most excellent fresh garden salad tossed with the pickled vine blight. pan-fried myconid cap with garlic butter. I must say they are the royal myconids, not your average run-of-the-mill fungal creature. They are the myconids royalty, though it is a speciality of the chef. And the third and appetizer for you is the spicy shredded sturge sliders. They are most excellent.
Are they share plates?
Their plates. No, they are in individual plates, but well, I mean, would you? We can order a share plate of all the dishes for all of you if you wish.
I got to stop you right there. Can I just have the deep fried miniature giant space hamster seasoned to perfection with rosemary, basil, thyme, and tears? I mean, that seems amazing. Like that seems.
Of course, sir. Can we
It's-
not entertain you with a starter? For it would clean the palate and set you up for the most
Yeah, I think it would go
choice.
well with a pickled vine blight and
Uh,
dessert. Where miniature stench cow cheese selection. I've always had a bit of a nose for cheese.
Most excellent choice, sir. Your palate is no doubt exceptional. Let's see.
I'll have what he's having.
Very well. One exceptional choice and one copy. Yes.
Do you have a preference as to the tasting order of your wonderful dishes?
The tasting order, if you well, we can reckon they are obviously best served. Or the chef believes they are best served as appetizer, main, and dessert. However, you can eat them in any order you wish.
I just wish to be able to savor and truly experience the flavor as he has intended.
Then I suggest, sir, you start
Give
with
it
the appetizers. I can recommend. I recommend the myconid cap. It is the garlic, but the garlic is most excellent. It is grown on the copses of halflings, so they make the most best flavored garlic. Not your halflings, of course, the other kind.
exquisite.
There's a second kind of halfling.
There's a few.
And for your main dish, sir,
Ooh, so where are your quippers from?
the quippers.
Yeah, are they sourced locally?
Well, if you mean within the multiverse, then yes, we get our ingredients are delivered fresh daily. But there is locally there is well, apart from sturge, there was quite a large sturge factory which we just passed and stocked up upon the sturge. I must say there's loads of them around an old hill down here. The quippers are delivered fresh every day, sir.
Excellent.
Yes,
Would like to try everything.
we would like to try everything. Very well, sir. We will give you a small selection of everything.
I would. But obviously, I want to make.
Degustation.
Yeah, I do want to make sure that I give each dish the credit it deserves.
Very well, then. You will probably need a nap somewhere in the middle.
Probably. Plenty of palate cleanser.
Yes, sir. Red or white?
White.
As now, madame. He looks at Key. Clary, rather. You're a boy, right? Or girl, Clary. I forget. We don't like a girl in the picture.
I think
She's
Clary's a
on mute.
girl,
She's not
but
muted.
she's muted.
Okay.
Oh, she's be right
Um,
back. 2
Oh,
minutes.
okay, all right. So he takes Clary's order, and he comes back with a bottle of wine. Is almost miraculously appeared and it's poured out in front of you. It says red or white, sir. As he works his way around the table.
Oh, I'm too young to drink. Sorry.
No, I believe you have reached the legal age, sir. You are more than welcome.
Well, it's my birthday in 2 weeks. But no, I think I'll stick with water. Thanks.
Very well. As he tops up your water.
Oh,
And you, madame, water also? Would you like the same as your friend?
I would like to taste the red and the white wine, please. I'll see which pairs.
I see. Very well, madame. It would be my most pleasure to serve you. And he pours out 2 glasses. One red and one white.
Thank you.
He heads back to the kitchen, and the waiter yells out, "Pickled vine blights." He says, "Pickled salad, giant space hamster, and cheese selection, plus 1 copy, and degustation of everything in miniature for the chef, and whatever Clary ordered."
The monk special.
And they all go,
Monks,
"Yes, chef."
just lettuce
And
leaves, please.
the kitchen just, as the orders ran out, the kitchen just freezes, and then it just, boom, everybody's working.
You could say this is Hell's Kitchen.
haha.
Uh...
Honestly, chef could die here and he'd be happy forever.
Right.
Oh,
He just might.
he just might. He's holding
Never
back.
give up. Never give up hope.
There's still time.
Never give.
He's holding back tears of happiness right now.
Okay. After I mean, if you want to do anything else, but after about 15 minutes of you drinking this wine, and the wine, by the way, is just exquisite. You know, it's whatever you want it to taste of. It tastes of, and you really like it. The water is just so refreshing. It's beautiful. After the weeks or whatever you've had of essentially drinking dust, it's you feel great. You will also find that anybody who was injured is no longer injured
Ooh.
Excellent.
as you kind of start as you start kind of drinking. And the first course comes up, and the pickled vine blight salad. It's kind of it looks really fancy. You know, it's kind of everything you'd expect from a 6-star restaurant.
Oof.
And the salad is presented to you, and it's just awesome. And chef, you were given a 3 or 1 plate divided into 3, right, with a miniature portion of each dish.
Yep.
So you have the same amount, but they've basically made it a third size.
He will eat them slowly and carefully, and what he imagines is the way that you mix with the various elements that it comes with to make sure it's appreciated properly.
Okay. It's freaking awesome. You know, it's it's just great. You know, the salad is like, palate cleansing. It's just not what you're used to.
No, not especially not here. Well, actually, not anywhere, because this is unlike anything.
Yep. You also notice that as you drink your wine, every time you put down your glass, it still has the same amount in it.
Excellent. Well, I mean, he has enough to cleanse a palate, so he can actually fully
Tracks.
and experience each new dish, or each element of each new dish.
Okay. So, are you doing anything while you're eating?
I'm drinking, apparently. I rolled a d4 to see how many drinks Snack would have, pushed back at this point. I got a 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you've drunk 4 before you notice your glass didn't get empty. Okay. But you still feel, you feel merry. You don't feel like drunk. You just feel good. You just got that kind of glow, and it just makes you, it's like when you've just had just the right amount to be fun.
So Where's Mahati? Will he be joining us for dinner? With
I believe
Gabriel?
Mahati will be joining you for coffee.
Very well.
All right, then we have ourselves a good meal.
Yeah.
Chef, you look. I've never seen you this happy, Chef. It's amazing to see you in your element. This must be like a dream. Like it's like I imagine it's like if I met Berenor.
Yes, he's carefully writing down notes about everything.
Oh, this is
And the place, he figures it, but he as many or as few places as the staff wish should know about this place because it is incomparable.
well. I mean, it's always important to set yourself a goal. Yes, the food here is very good, but hard work and determination, you could produce something just as good, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, this is to be fair, this is still one experience on the journey. One of many.
It's very nice just to hear you talk that way. We've had a lot of fighting and not a lot of cooking.
He would like to get his hands into some of these spices, though.
Maybe we could ask for some on the way out.
No. To see the kitchen, but that is, of course, only with permission of the chef, because this is his domain.
Oh, certainly. We're in a time bubble.
Sort
Ask
of.
away.
Oh, very good.
Music starts playing. You realise there's a band in the corner, just playing background music. And as you're talking, the main course comes out, and the Quipper is you've obviously got a selection, but the miniature giant space hamster, when it comes out on its dish, right, it looks exactly like a hamster, right, as though almost like a stuffed hamster. It looks so real that you kind of wonder whether it's just a fucking hamster.
An actual hamster.
An actual hamster.
Is that the kind of thing where they deep fry it and then they put the skin back on it afterwards?
Kind of it's placed in front of you, and the waiter, he kind of is tableside. He tableside carves the hamster, and it carves like almost like a beef Wellington, like a pastry, and it's done so it looks like a perfect fucking hamster, but it then slices.
Why did your brain do that to us? What? Did we hurt you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Zircon's loving it because he's seeing Chef and he's looking at Chef and he's just like, trying to copy this food critic of Chef and be like, oh yeah, this is very fancy.
Like a stuffed swan, where they cook the swan and then they put the feathers back into it, so it looks like it looks like a live swan again.
Yes, yeah. Or
yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
All right.
That's a real world dish too.
Yeah,
that's what they used to do.
And you're right, it is fowl, a waterfowl.
Yeah, roast one.
On fire.
And then have it so the neck's going up and everything makes it look like it's swimming through the main dish. It's a whole thing.
Right. So you go on, carry on.
No, I was saying exotic foods are often served in bizarre ways. I mean, well, to what we consider regular food, exotic foods are usually served in very spectacular ways that try to emphasize or highlight something about either the source that it came from or just in the experience they want you to have while eating it. But yeah, basically the dish tells a story. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm really there for it. I've never really viewed food in this way. It's really fascinating hearing all the little subtleties and nuances of of dishes. I think it's really cool. Usually just eat beans.
One of the waiters overhears you and just looks slightly shocked. As
Well, you got both types. You got hot and cold.
as you finish your main course, and it's just delicious. And as the plate's cleared away, your dessert comes, and the cow cheese selection immediately is like there's probably a dozen different cheeses on here, from the rich blue to the kind of creamy, and it's just some of them really, really smelly cheeses, and it's a wide selection of any cheese that you can possibly imagine, with of course crackers, little kind of handmade ones in shape of, I don't know, ducks. The apple tart, the sweet apple tart, is when it arrives, it's an apple. So it looks like an apple until they kind of cut it in the middle and it kind of falls apart, and it's like a candied kind of tart. It's made to look like an apple, and inside is all the apple, the caramelized drizzle. It's just lovely. And the candied face spiders, the eyes, it's like like jelly eyes, but quite weirdly they almost look like they look at you as you eat them, which is just slightly weird.
Is there a
But they
little
taste
pop when you
divine.
chew on it?
Yes, and as you pop it in your mouth, it's just like this sweet nectar, um, of heaven, just kind of trickles down your throat.
That's amazing.
Delicious.
You can safely say that you've never had a meal. Nobody has ever had a meal quite this good before. So shortly after your dessert, you are served coffee and tea. Would you like coffee or tea, or coffee and tea?
Tea, please.
Coffee, please.
Right. And it's a brilliant. When it arrives, it's the teapot is, they kind of pour it out in front of you, and the coffee is exactly as you wanted it.
Excellent.
So you're sitting around for a minute, and the waiter says, if you are ready, Mahadi is waiting for you in his quarters.
Certainly. Shall we make our way?
Yes. I think it would be rude to keep the man waiting.
And so they kind of pull the chair out and wave for you to head towards a round tent, which is just off to the side.
Very well. We hit him.
Yeah. So the tent is open, and inside it's quite welcome. Outside of the tent, you can see there's these two statues. They look like elven warrioresses. Inside, and again, inside as you walk in, it's like walking into an air-conditioned room. It's still kind of slightly warm, but you suspect that that's possibly because Mahadi likes it that temperature. But it's very much very comfortable, and he's sitting cross-legged on a large cushion in the center of this tent, and there's a big round carpet, and there's kind of plush furniture all around it, and you can see kind of gold leaf, and it's really it looks really quite exotic and richly decorated, and all the way around in a circle around him, there is there's chairs for all of you, or chairs or like cushions for you to sit on, and in the center there is like a hubbly bubbly hookah.
So I take it we all have to go there to talk to the chef afterwards. Yes.
He says, Mary says, please enter. Chef will be free to continue the conversation after, should you wish, after we have
Yes,
concluded our business.
You give me time to ruminate upon the experience. to find the words to describe. Yes.
Very well.
I of course, thank the chef before we go to the meeting and promise to return with my.
He shall be waiting for you. I believe when the kitchen is cleaned. And like I said, after we have had concluded our business, then you are feel free to wander around the wondrous emporium, and you are free to visit whoever you so please.
Thank you.
Now,
How would we get back here?
back where?
To the Wondrous Emporium if we ever wanted to visit again.
Well, the wondrous emporium always appears where it is least expected. Simply look for us there.
Simple.
It makes sense.
Very well. Exclusive entry. I love it. Sorry, where's Shieldy?
Really, he is here, of course. Zircon, you realize you are the chair cushion that you have sat down on. You realize that Shieldy was actually propped up against that one.
Oh, okay.
And as you
Story
sat
checks
down,
out.
as you sat down, you look down and you realize that you are this Shieldy is right next to you.
Oh, did you have a good me time?
Yes, Mahiti says, yes, we had a very profitable meeting. Thank you for the time.
How do you two know
it's
each
not
other?
I'm sorry?
How do you know each other?
It is the first time we have met, but surely everybody in the know has heard of Gaguth, aka the Hidden Lord. The devil who has risen to almost godhood himself. For he is quite famous around here, and myself being a general purveyor of information and all other knowledge and contracts. Well, I am aware of him. He is quite famous.
So sorry, he was almost a god.
Indeed.
You never mentioned that to me, Shieldy.
Shieldy!
You little scamp. Yeah.
I didn't want to boast of.
You know what? That's one of the principles of the Verona Boys, so I respect you for it.
Yeah.
Looks like it's working, is it?
It must be, yes. You, SnubHub, however, look at your patron and feel there's just this overwhelming, oppressive amount of power that is locked up in this shield.
He did say almost a god, though, didn't he? Almost.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same.
And you realise this is where the font of your warlockery comes from.
Yeah, all she's heard is like there's room for improvement here, and she can help him get to godhood. Like, we can do this together. Take me with you.
That's my lovely. That's where you're coming. You get the voice in your head.
That's the correct kind of devotion.
All the way to the top.
Massive group.
Let's do it. Let's rock this place. Anyway, yes, like I said, today has been a most profitable day. So I am inclined, obviously, to feel generous and assist you in any way I can. Though, of course, exceptional asks will require a price, of course.
Therein is the
How
rub, isn't it?
may I help you?
Well, we would just really like to find our friend, Lulu, and do what we can to save the people of Alterial. I think the priority's probably Lulu, then, because I feel quite responsible for being captured. So,
Well, that is completely understandable, as it was probably your fault, maybe. For she was with you, but that's aside. I'm sorry, I forget my manners. Yes, I can help you with both. So Lulu, this device here, and he just brings out a compass. So come down. Well, needle. Saying that's compass. We'll point towards Lulu, it will only be used once and then it will dissolve. It is just a trinket.
A wayfinder.
Oh, and the cost for this?
Well, let us say the cost is that when you rescue Lulu, you bring her back to me. For I wish to
Well,
have a
it
chat.
seems as though that you mentioned earlier that we had done you quite the favor and led you some relatively decent profit, and it feels like maybe a little bit of quid pro quo.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, but quid pro quo, the profit and the generosity I've already offered you. Surely, did you not enjoy your meal?
It was fantastic, but everyone loves a try, don't they?
So, simple offer. I will give you this compass. It will put directly to the what you seek. And you merely have to return after here, for I wish to have a chat with this Lulu.
So, question, just to
Yep.
clarify. You want to talk to her, not own her as though she's something that we have the authority to trade.
Do you have the authority to trade?
Absolutely
Lulu?
not. She's not ours to do that. She's her
It's a
own
thing.
person.
It's a person. You can't
Yes.
trade a person.
Well, then, if you have no authority to trade, then I must deal with her, which is why I require a conversation with her. That is the price of my aid. If you wish the compass.
Yep. A little side note there. Sorry, we're talking a lot about minutiae of contracts today. It's quite fun. We can't always find you, and I wouldn't want to unexpectedly break a contract with you if we cannot locate your bazaar again. So I think we need to amend that if your bazaar is within our visual range and it's not restricted by objects and things like that we will of course honor that agreement. But if it travels around and it's in places you least expect, we might not be able to locate you. But I can certainly promise that I will intend to do this.
Very well. Then I will make it so that the compass. It is a very good point you raised, and one which might explain why some people defaulted. Of course, now you bring it up. Very well. The compass will point back to us when you have achieved your goal of reuniting yourselves with Lulu,
Okay.
and you may return
So,
straight
All right.
away.
And I'm noticing there's not a time limit on this, so this is just something that will happen when we can do it.
You will do that as your priority. I understand. I mean, when you rescue Lulu, you must come straight back here. I understand. Let's say, should something disastrous happen, like I don't know, maybe Tiamat herself lands upon your head, in which case, it will be the second priority. But anything short of that, I think would be unreasonable. You go, you meet Lulu, you bring Lulu back here, and I have a chat with Lulu.
So any priority that is affecting to the lives of ourselves, our party members, or innocent people will take precedent over us returning?
No. Yourselves and Lulu, of course. The innocent people, they are not here. Where are the innocent people? Please point them out to me,
They're
for
on.
I see
I point to
none
the
of
big
them.
island that's slowly lowering.
Oh, that's well, you are now trying to negotiate your way. If you want to find Lulu, the deal is it's not you can come back and have a chat after you have saved Ituriel. The deal is that you come straight back here. Like I said, if Tiamat herself lands upon your head, I will understand. If she does not, you come straight back here. Your
Oddly
lives
specific.
and the lives of only you will I accept, and that is obviously imminent danger. And as a word of Baranor, I will take your word that is what you intend to do.
our
very good. I
lives
mean-
are in imminent danger because when we leave your little bubble, we will be on the plains of Avernus, which
Yes.
is slowly lowering. So in order to find Lulu, we then need to figure out a way to unscoop Avernus so that
That's
we can
real.
get back topside.
That's the second project.
Yeah,
I think what he's referring to here is the spirit of the law, the spirit of the agreement, as opposed to the letter. Yeah.
You to me, yes. This is the way it
just-
is. You come back. You do not take side trips. You do not take side quests. You do not even go on your main pilgrimage quest, whatever you wish to call it. You come back here, and I have a chat with Lulu.
And if we accept the trinket and we accept the terms, we find you, should Lulu not want to stay?
I did not say anything about staying. I wish to have a conversation, which you will facilitate with Lulu.
Okay. 3 sentences at most. At least.
5.
Well,
Five,
okay,
five
Unless-
sentences.
Unless 5, I would accept 5 sentences, unless Lulu herself chooses to answer any more
Of
of my
course.
questions.
I see. Of course.
materially, it doesn't differ from the previous arrangements we've had with people who've helped out with Lulu. I mean, where we drove from, they had quite a lengthy chat with Lulu, and that was fine.
And where have you come from?
Alan Hag.
Yeah.
Mad Maggie.
Mad
That's
Maggie.
her.
That's
That's
the.
her.
Yes.
That's her. I
Yes,
thought it
yes,
was saying Maggie, but no, that's the sister.
yes. She is. They are most adept at repairing the vehicles of Avernus.
What was the name of her place again? I can't remember.
Foot and Knucklebone.
The Fort Knucklebone, that's the one. Curious and hospitable.
Right. Well, I think. I mean, you're the master of contracts, Snack. Do you think we've ironed that out? I mean, you
don't-
signed contracts, right? You. I mean, you're a published author. Dealing
Annabelle.
with publishers is easier than this guy.
Annabelle handles the contracts, not me.
Whatever happened to Annabelle?
She was in Avernus.
Lost her.
She was in the cathedral.
That's right.
She's one of the desperate survivors who have been left without a druid in the cathedral.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think this is. We can't find Lulu without this trinket. We've got no idea where they are. We'll be walking around blind.
I mean, I'm sure Lulu would like the opportunity to thank those that have facilitated her rescue.
No, I don't think Lulu would mind having a conversation with this individual. That is the rub. What if Lulu doesn't want to come?
That is not my problem. You will bring Lulu back here and we will have a conversation.
Oh, that's going against my vows as a Barona boy to take someone into a hostage situation, and I wouldn't be upkeeping with my arrangement upon entering into this facility if I agreed to that deal.
What is
Because
What is a hostage event? You are going to get Lulu. She will go with you, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
but,
you should here and have a chat.
but what if she doesn't?
Then I will ask her myself as one of my questions. Why does she not wish to speak to me? For I just wish to have a conversation. What harm could that possibly do?
Could we take something with us that you could have a conversation with her remotely?
I wish to speak to Lulu.
Like a shell
Do
phone?
not trust your. Are you trying to trick me?
No,
Are you trying
I'm
to-
actually not.
It is a simple deal, my friend.
Yeah, it is a
I wish
very
to have a
simple-
conversation with Lulu, and I am prepared to offer you this magic item.
I'm trying to facilitate your deal. I'm simply trying to understand the minutiae because I made a promise to Berenor and to you to act in good faith to my deity and the upstanding principles of the Berenor Boys Troop 359. And honesty, my friend, is a big part of that. But also, Rule 13A-B, no abducting. Like, it's written right there.
No,
So if Lulu says that she doesn't want to return here, I can't force her to do that because I would have broken the deal, making the deal in the first place. And I can't. You understand my quagmire. Now, I want to do everything I can to facilitate this behavior
Very well.
with you.
Very
But
well.
in this
Very well.
very unusual circumstance, we might need an exemption.
Okay,
Right.
I think there's a simple question that could be asked here. Do you know of any reason, if you have ever met Lulu before, or that she would know of you, why she would object to coming here?
Oh, that's a good question, isn't it?
It is a question that perhaps I have to ask Lulu herself. I wish to have a conversation, Lulu. No, please. I understand where you are coming from, and I can see a way forward. The deal is that simple. You are to go rescue Lulu. Great.
Yes.
If
Yes.
Lulu does not wish to come back here, you four must come back here and tell me. Personally.
Can we have a moment to discuss this amongst our troop?
Of course.
I hope everyone on this stream really appreciated that this was where this adventure was going today. Was just legalese. Was just
These sound like fair terms to me.
Listen, guys. Personally speaking, I think there are too many ifs in this scenario. I think on the surface, this seems like a good deal. He's giving us a device that can go and see them, but our potential souls are at stake if we cannot fulfill this contract, and I don't think we have the agency to bargain on behalf of Lulu.
Neither. And what if your soul's already promised to someone else?
Well,
like,
I mean, like
yours with Avernus.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, exactly right. I mean, I'm not even sure I can even act as an agent in this situation as well. But I mean,
I'm sure
we don't
Lulu
have any way
would.
to. Me too. But I mean, what if she knows some stuff that we don't? She says, "I'm not going to go," and then we're in a situation where we have to abduct our friend, and that's 13 AB. Can't do it.
I mean, she was happy to talk to Mad Maggie.
Yeah, she was.
And Mad Maggie was probably, well, simultaneously less and more trustworthy than this fella. For different reasons. I think where matters align with his interests, he's completely trustworthy because that's what he wants.
No, I don't doubt the validity of. I don't think he's trying to actually cheat us in this arrangement. I feel as if there are terms to the contract that we can't be certain of, and I'm worried about giving us.
Would be acting in the simplest interests possible to actually pursue his goals. And if those interests are non-violent and completely hospitable, that's what he will do. Because that's the most efficient means to the end. Whichever.
Well, maybe he'll accept a contract from some of us, but on the face of it, I can't agree to this term.
I don't feel comfortable agreeing, but
You're
do we
not meant
have
to.
the ability to
I got
track
that.
her without it?
Let me have a look through my list of spells. He says, and he pulls out a big book, pop-up book of magic.
I mean, I feel like in a place like this,
but thank you.
In a place like this, there is always an element of distrust. That's just being sensible to stay alive. But deals are necessary to be made in a place like this. I mean, this is the hells, the lawful evil of the universe.
Shildy, what's your what authority do you have over these people? Because they seemed to what's the word? Discreet their pantaloons when they saw you.
It's a kind of effect I have on people sometimes, these people, no, I have no effect on them. They are completely independent operators, exempt from attack by any of the archdevils. They are essentially neutral ground. There's nothing I can do about it. Their pact goes way beyond my pay grade.
Yep.
Do you have any
I
idea
believe,
why?
I believe Mahadi is is protected by Asmodeus himself, and you don't fuck with him.
That works for me. Actually, no, wait, he doesn't speak in my head, does he?
I'm
No.
I'm like speaking directly.
Yeah, he's answering.
Um,
What does Key think? What does Clary think?
I am more interested in the whole why he's so determined to speak
Yeah.
to Lulu. Like, if we had someone else instead of Lulu in our company, would he have been just as intent in asking about them?
Well, we know from what we know of Lulu's past. That's what people want to know about.
Hmm. Yeah, they want to know about the Azrael thing.
Yeah,
I do have the ability to locate creature, but I have to be within a range of it, I think. It lasts quite a while, but it might give me a beacon. I can tell the direction it's traveling, I think.
I mean, it's
Any-
possible you would know something about Azariel that could be used profitably against Azariel, I'd imagine. Why would everybody be so interested otherwise?
who was Azariel turned by?
The trail, I think.
Asmodeus himself.
Hmm. Yeah, that's another clue to the puzzle, isn't it?
So, okay.
Guys, I'm out. If we're in the Dragon's Den, I'm out. In the Shark Tank. Sorry for the Australians. In the Shark Tank. In the
Okay,
Shark Tank.
so Mahat is protected by Asmodeus. Zariel was turned by Asmodeus. Could this be some type of power play by Mahat in order to get information? Like, I'm trying to think of what Mahat wants. What can he do with the information?
The snack of a sibling?
She has many.
Yeah.
What do siblings do to each other with information?
Lorded over them.
Exactly.
But what information could Lulu have?
I don't know, but
And her memories seem to be relatively important. Maggie enjoyed them.
I get the impression that powerful people within these kind of realms, they do all kinds of things. They get people to do stuff for them that, the people doing those tasks don't necessarily understand or need to understand or will ever understand what the purpose of those things were. They're just part of the machinations. We just
Okay.
pay
Well,
our part and move on.
I think we have our answer, guys. Should we tell them? Do you want me to tell them?
Because also we are small people in a very, 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 very large land.
I mean, I'm a halfling. I'm sorry, I can't grow taller.
No, I
It
mean
is true.
I can put you on my shoulders.
we play a part. We like everything else in this land. We are a means to an end.
Exactly right, and even the smallest person can change the world.
And we are looking out for each other. We know that we're not going to. We try to rescue Lulu. We're not going to willingly let her come to harm. Obviously,
So we try and find Lulu on our own.
I think it's the ethical thing to do.
We already had a sort of direction to go into.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
I
feel
can
like
channel my
it's too
spell.
off.
I can channel my spell. It lasts an hour. I can just keep recasting it, and maybe we get lucky.
Okay.
I feel that the offer is genuine.
I'm sure it's a genuine offer. I don't feel comfortable saying that Lulu is going to do something that she may not want to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm more than happy for you to accept the offer, Chef, and we will do everything we can. But you have to understand, if she doesn't want to go willingly, we're not going to take her. So the consequences are going to be on you and you alone, and we don't want to see you come to harm either. So we'll do everything we can to convince him to come back. But I can't promise that. I'm not going to. I think if I do, I'll lose my soul immediately at this place. Because that's what I promised I'd give up if I went against the vows of Baranor. And that's what I'm doing if I do that.
I
My
think
voice
as
just broke.
well,
Amazing.
if Lulu is part of the contract, shouldn't she be here as well?
Hmm.
Like, I feel like it just doesn't make sense that she's not going to be here for it.
Like, I'm sure she would. I'm sure she wouldn't mind coming to talk to him, especially if we worded it a particular way, but that would be manipulation, and we wouldn't want to do that because I'm sure that would be against Baranor's teachings. But she like flutters her eyes, and I feel as though Lulu should be the one to accept, not us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think us three are on the page.
Yeah.
So let's close this book and leave. We
I-
should go find her.
I think she would be fascinated by this place, which is arguably the safest place that we have ever found so
Yeah,
far in our
This is
travels
the
over-
best place we've ever found, and I would hate to annoy our host here because I would like to come back here and I would like to watch you eat food and just bask in that whole experience. It was amazing. It really was. It was like watching a painter, just really in their element. So how do you want to play this, Chef? I mean, at the end of the day, I think I'm out. Sounds like Snack's out, and Clary is out. And we're more than happy to commit to helping you, but we have to understand where our red lines are, and those red lines are a flat refusal for her to go.
I am more than happy to let her know about this place and to let her know that Mahadi wants to talk to her, but I cannot say
would
that
be
I will bring her back here regardless.
I would be happy to accept the contract for the means of finding her and finding our way back, and extending the invitation to Lulu to come here. If she doesn't, well, that's a price I'll have to pay.
Okay. So long as you understand that you're signing that on your own.
Yes.
Okay.
And obviously, like you said, we stick together and we do everything we can to help each other, and together we're much stronger than we are united. And you're really just like a big brother to me, and I don't think anything bad to happen to you. I put my hand in for a goatee.
I don't intend anything bad to you. I think things is going to work. I think it's going to work out in some way. Probably
Okay.
not how we expect, but because nothing ever does work out how you expect. But I think it's going to work out some way.
Okay. We explain that to Mahat.
Okay. Yep. So
Save us recapping that.
No, that's fine. So he hands. He basically reaches out and offers Chef the compass, and Chef, the moment you take the compass, the deal will be binding.
Yes,
Okay? Then you have a compass.
I respectfully accept.
Then we have a deal. Now, that is the main part of our business. Perhaps there is something else I can help you with.
The unscooping. The unscooping of the city.
The unscooping of the city. Well, yes, very well. I will provide you with information on how to unscoop the city. In exchange, let's say I will answer 3 questions for you, honestly and truthfully, for a coin, a soul coin. For one must
You'll
have a
answer
token.
3 questions, but one of them will be truthful. Is that what he said?
No, I will ask. You can ask 3 questions, and I will tell you the answers. For a soul coin, it is
Then we
bargain price.
3 questions,
does-
1 soul coin.
Correct.
We have 2
do we
more
have to ask
soul
them now,
coins.
or can we ask them as the adventure carries on?
Well, you will have to ask them now because I am here. You can ask them when you come
But
back.
you know what would be good if we can put a pin in that deal, because it sounds like we're coming back here with Lulu.
Well, there is an offer. Of course, the times may change when Lulu has arrived, but that is fine.
Okay. Well,
The deal is on the table now, and the deal will not
we only
be
have
on
the 2
table
soul
later.
coins, and we don't know how much gas it gives us. So What do you guys think?
It gives a day.
Yikes.
And I believe you wish to know where the soul coins are made, did you not, Snubbup?
Yes, I did.
Yes, Bell, he makes them. His fortress is on this plane. The Forge of Bell is where the coins of the souls are stamped. It is not a fate I wish upon any. But they are valuable currency.
On your temporal plane.
On the Avernus where you are about to head back to, as I suspect.
Ooh, we could go visit him and get more souls. Soul coins.
Certainly, I'm sure Bell, the Archdevil of Hell, will be glad to give you soul coins from the goodness of his heart.
Oh. No.
Let's go
Yeah,
say
I
g'day.
think of
And you can actually you notice when he's talking about soul coins, there's on his back wall it looks like there's a glass frame, and inside you can see like a dozen soul coins framed in there.
They were important people.
Hardly notices you looking as yes, they were some of my favorite conquests and enemies of mine who are no longer my enemies. Those who betray.
now that your money.
Indeed.
Um,
I do not spend them because they are far too valuable. Even their face value is worth considerably more than what they are.
Because a soul manifested coin being taken out of the cycle of, well, how souls work.
Indeed. Though perhaps you might be interested in parting with yours, for it is slightly grubby. And I can offer you a very good deal.
no, we're good, thanks.
He looks at Chef and Clary at this, and Snubbup, you notice it's almost like he's not offering you that deal.
Okay.
It's just you just suddenly feel like you're the third on a date. As he's talking to these two, he says, "Yes, I have many wonders and things that I would pay for your souls should you wish to part for them. I mean, they're of no use, and they will be. You will have an excellent term of service when they are collected."
This soul hasn't finished what it needs to do yet.
Well, of course, it is only when you are let's just say dead. I do not rip your soul out of you as you are still walking. But when you are dead and you have no longer any need of this soul, then it becomes it belongs to me, and in exchange, I will give you great things now. Power
I see.
items. In fact, there is yes.
Could if someone had made an arrangement to give up part of their soul, is there a way to get them out of that arrangement? Could the contract be bought out in some way, shape, or form?
Well, it depends upon the contract. What was written in for every contract is unique. The clauses in it are, well, let's just say binding. So most times there is an exit in quite a lot of contracts. You just need to know whether to find it or whether it's possible to even find it. But I believe that there is quite a lot of contracts have an exit clause buried deeply and sometimes almost impossible to get out of. But it is there quite a lot. Yes, I've written some myself, of course, that do that. But it is sometimes beneficial for one as a contractor to, let's say, indicate some contract for unforeseen complications. One always sees a
Understood.
way out.
No, that's interesting. No, thank you very much. Your knowledge has been exceptional, and your hospitality has been fantastic. I understand we've been zealous negotiators, and we have hopefully lived up to your standards of mercantile will. I've done my best, but I've only a level 1 in economic. Is it time for us to be going, gang?
A moment before you do, I have not yet had an answer from Chef and Clary.
I apologize.
Is there something I can offer you in exchange for something you will not even miss?
Is it possible to have a long, like a sleep here? So I am feeling just so full from the meal.
Yes, our hospitality will extend to a nap, of course,
A
which is
long nap?
absolutely fine. Sure, you may rest here until you are refreshed. You do, however, as you're saying that, you realize that the meal um, uh, spells. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So you actually feel quite refreshed. You've all regained all your hit points.
Yep.
You have all so far had a short rest. So you gained all of those benefits. And you also feel like the food that you've consumed, where you were feeling, if you're feeling slightly sick before, you're better, right? And you kind of feel so wholesome. You don't think even poison would affect you, and yeah, mechanically at the moment you are immune to poison, you are immune to fear, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. You
That
can
was a
all roll.
heroic feast, Stephen.
It was. You can all roll 2d10, and you gain that number of temporary permanent hit points. So your hit point maximum temporarily increases by 2d10.
Go Zircon.
Six.
No, equivalent of bless. And you feel like these effects will last you until your next long rest. Any spell slots that you have expended, actually, you've had the benefit of a long rest
Oh,
already.
yeah.
That makes it
Right.
easy.
So let's just fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not after eating a feast like that?
It was pretty feastly.
Right. So, Clary or Chef, is there something I can offer you? And he kind of lifts his hand. And Chef,
No exhaustion.
Chef, do you prefer bows or daggers?
He's been shooting lots of things here, but stabbing things is good too.
Okay.
But, there's only so many silver arrows to go around.
Sure. So he kind of holds up his hand, and you see like a projection of this bow, and it just looks exquisite. It's perhaps something like this, the bow of oath, I believe it is called. Will see you through the rest of your adventuring career and never be beaten.
What does it do?
It hang on. He says, "What does it do?" He says, he looks at it. He says, "This bow. It is well. You're first of all, you will never run out of ammunition for the arrows are created when you shoot it. Also, if you swear the oath against a sworn enemy, it will seek their hearts with unfailing precision."
Ooh. That's quite something.
He sort of he sees you looking at it quite interested, and he kind of hands it to you, and as he hands it to you, it kind of like materializes, and it looks like he's offering it to you to hold.
Question: while Mahadi is talking to Clary and Chef,
Yes.
can I, like, I don't know, is there some way that I can tell if anyone else has clued on to the fact that he hasn't spoken to Snack?
Hello. You're paranoid now.
Yeah. Can I roll insight to see?
Sure. Insight 20. Nobody seems to be focused on it.
Yeah, no one cares.
Not
Okay.
even Zircon, because he's a gluey little fucker, and I'm sure he knows.
Zircon definitely knows.
Okay.
The cheese in the fridge knows. Like,
Yeah,
Shit.
I don't think that Chef can't accept paying with stuff with his soul. Is he's afraid that he might make something really, really angry if he does that.
Baronor, I look so proud. All right.
It feels in your hands. It feels exceptional. It's totally magic. You know. I'm not going to tell you the mechanics of it because you don't own it.
No.
But you can feel. Yeah, this is a very rare weapon. Okay.
Well, it looks fancy.
Well, yeah.
In exchange for his soul.
Yeah. When he no longer need, when he dies.
But it's Chef. Does he ever really die?
Not so far.
Mm.
Not so far. Chef doesn't know enough about his own place in this universe to accept.
Okay.
He can't do it for the moment. I mean, he's interested, but he can't do it yet.
Okay.
Respect.
It's your choice.
Well, yeah. Well, if I have contract conflicts, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's only
And a lot of
for
that.
you to know, eh?
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, Snack killed a guy.
You just blur this out, do you?
No.
No, I mean, no, I didn't.
That was. Cool.
Clary, are you tempted by anything?
I guess her ways of having grown up in the monastery is like, I already have enough. So she's gonna decline.
Okay. He offers you he offers you a book. And he says, if you in exchange for you, I offer you this book, and you can see it's the knowledge. It's your monastery's holy fucking poem, right? And written by the original grandmaster and founder of your monastery.
Ooh.
It says, if you read this, you will become both wiser and more monkish.
Does it look like a legit copy, or is it a fake?
It looks and feels legit.
I don't think it's a copy.
Yes, do it.
It'd have to be like
You
a
can-
lost. It had to be like famously lost, right, in your monastery in order. You know, like yeah.
You
Right.
know, you do know that the original ancient times were lost. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I also do not like the terms and conditions of this. If I were to be owned, which I do not like to be, my soul shall be free as it is, so I will still decline.
Very well. Some deals are not meant to be made. Please, then I believe our business here is concluded with myself. I shall speak to you again upon your return. In the meantime, I suggest that before you leave, perhaps you peruse some of the more the market stalls, for you may find something you wish to buy or exchange out there. We always have an eye for a deal, should you wish to make one.
Okay. Does sound kind of fun.
Some deals can be done, I think, with services, maybe. Others may cost other more strange costs.
So,
Yes.
the waiter kind of opens the curtain, or one of the body servants opens the curtains, and you step out of Marty's tent back into the sights and sounds of the Emporium, and that's probably a good place to leave it at.
I just have one quick question.
Sure.
Can I have like a brain conversation, a mind conversation with the shield?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Shieldy.
Yes.
It's me, it's you, girl. Is there an
Yes.
exit clause? Do I have an exit clause of somehow claiming my soul back?
Sorry.
Yes. Now, why would you want to know that?
I just came up in conversation, weren't you listening?
Oh, some clauses do, some clauses don't.
So what's my clause?
I don't know. Do you wish to exit your contract?
I'm just curious to know what it is.
This is a simple question. Do you wish to exit your contract?
Not now.
Well, then there is no need to discuss it any further.
Shieldy,
Yes.
we have an open relationship here. I'm just asking for information.
Okay. You feel you suddenly feel Shieldy get angry. Open relationship. You are mine. And you feel a burning on your arm, and as you look on your inner arm, you can see just these kind of like a sheen of scales just appear on the inside of your arm,
Oh no.
almost like a brand, and it looks, it looks like the symbol of God Goose.
Oh, I fucked up. Okay.
Whoops.
This is fine.
It's fine. Just ignore the Gargooth branding on my arm.
Nobody else
Nice.
notices it
Okay.
at this point,
Okay.
unless they look at you. Terry probably would, because she's got eyes of an eagle.
Yeah. She won't say anything about it, though.
Yeah.
What? I just want to know the exit clause. I don't think that's too much to ask.
You get no answer, and just this you sort of and as you think that again, your arm just starts burning.
Oh.
It's not doing anything. It doesn't change. It's just ow.
Ah. Damn it.
Does that answer your question?
No.
Good.
If it's okay, Chef will go and have a long conversation with the chef about all the.
Yes, absolutely. We will do that conversation next week.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
if it just happened in the background.
No, it's he's going to have a proper conversation with you.
Oh.
After all, there are deals to be made everywhere in this emporium.
Oh.
Okay.
That's.
Also, if you think of, for those of you who know what items there are, if you think of any magic items that you'd be interested in, you may find it here. So you can post it in chat at some point, just if you have any ideas.
Okay.
No guarantees, but
Thank
I'll
you.
look at your lists.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks very much. I'm going to go. I have to get up early tomorrow.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And
Thank
Good fun.
you.
okay, cool. Enjoy. Good to
See you
all.
later.
Bye.